to Life with Rose. I'm Rose, your certified life coach. And today I'm going to do something a little different. I usually do audio, but today I'm going to do video because I had an awesome experience and I really want to share it with you all. So a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to go to Alabama. And during this time, I got to go after the Montgomery Brawl. When I tell you this was an experience, it's so crazy because I was really supposed to go 2 weeks before, but something came up and we had to push the trip back. And I'm so glad that we did because I never would have imagined the brawl would have happened and we would have gone to see the area where it took place. So in this podcast today, I'm going to give you a little bit of history and tell you why you need to go down to Montgomery, Alabama and visit the site. Not just because it was the infamous brawl, but because now I have learned that there is so much history and I want to share a little bit with you today. So I want to start you off with a little bit of history. I'm going to have videos. You've just seen a video of things that happened on our trip, but I want to start you out on some history. Like, I knew that a lot of things had gone on Montgomery. You know, I've learned about it growing up and everything, but being there is really seeing and knowing. You know, so when we started it off, we went to Montgomery, went to Birmingham, we went to Orange Beach, but on this particular day, we were in Montgomery. And the reason for us going was we were planning to go to the Legacy Museum. If anyone has been to the Legacy Museum, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know the history. You know that when you walk away from there, you're going to feel like, wow. Well, I was beyond wow. First off, I was wow because the price was only $5 and you got two museums, which the first one was a museum and the other one was kind of really just a place to go to our ancestors that had been lynched. But the whole experience was just like breathtaking. Like, this Legacy Museum, if you have not gone, this is somewhere that you most definitely need to go to. I don't care if you are white, black, have a child that is biracial, Chinese, you know, like whatever your nationality is, you still need to go here and see the history, because the history in this museum shows that a lot of things that we see on a regular basis in this world, you know, Black people had their hand in it. So it's something that's great to really go through. You know, when I was there, I learned that when it came down to the bus boycott, that happened in Montgomery. It was Rosa Parks. Before that, it was other ladies that did it as well. It was just that Rosa was the right person to just be like, enough is enough. But that went on from like December 1955, like December 5th, 1955 to December of 1956. So we're talking about Black people came together then and they did a full-fledged boycott, did not catch this bus. They walked, they, you know, did whatever they had to do to go to work, which we're talking miles. We're not talking about little walking, you know. So there was so much more history behind Montgomery that I knew it, but actually going there and seeing it brought it to life. So if you have a chance, if you have an opportunity, please go down to Montgomery, Alabama and check out this museum, because you are going to be floored with things that you probably know some of, and you probably don't know. And what I like about the museum too was that it even had up-to-date stuff like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor in the museum. So me being from Louisville, Kentucky, it was kind of cool to see that, you know, even our story was there. But the sad part is that you don't realize how much lynching went on from Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi. Like, you see so much lynching, and it's like they also say something and speak on it of like 4,000 people that they were able to account for that had been lynched. But the truth is that there's way more, where families just, their family member disappeared and they never knew what happened. But that was like very enlightening to go there and see that. So then later on that night, when we actually went down to the Riverside, the river dock, where the Montgomery Brawl took place, it was like we were already in a place to where we had a little bit more understanding of why and how this took place. So I am going to take a brief break. I'm going to show you a little bit more footage, and let's get with the rest of it.
Hey everybody, we're here in Montgomery. We're here in Montgomery, Alabama. We are at the site of the infamous Montgomery Brawl. This is the Harriet II that was involved in said brawl, and this is where it all happened. Getting off the deck here. Remember, the two guys got off the deck here, picked up the infamous folding chair that was invented by a black man, by the way.
Folding chair.
Look, boop eye right here, and then boop eye right there.
Hold on, point again.
Okay, boop eye right over here.
Okay.
And then the infamous getting hit in the head. Boop eye right there.
Oh, okay.
This is where it all went down.
So y'all seeing it.
Yeah, that is the ramp where the men were skipping.
Yes, okay.
There's one of the mates, the first mates. See him on that boat with that blue shirt?
Oh yeah.
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 And y'all know that they probably get more people to visit them since this did happen.
They're probably going to get a lot of business on this boat.
This is going to become a tourist attraction. This already was a tourist attraction, but now it's worldwide tourist attraction. Yes. Yes. So this is where it all went down.
This is where it happened.
So first off, I want to say this. You know, it's so crazy how us as black people have so many like stereotypes, so many things said about us. And it's like, really for real, we were just not given the option to do things. We were just held back when it comes to do things. And it's so simple as just like that boy that was swimming across that water. I know y'all seen that water. When I went there to the river dock and seen that water is gross. I'm talking about, it was like green, like it looked like it needed some chlorine and some pH up. Like it was just that nasty. But at that moment in time, that young man took that moment to see that his brother needed him, and he didn't even think about that. It was like, my brother's in need, I'm going we going to fight. You know, and not that I'm making like, ooh, they fought, like, oh, that's the best thing they fought. No, like really, there is so much more to this fight than you even realize, you know? So it was like, don't be slipping on us. You think we can't swim, you think we can't do stuff, you really don't know what we can do. Really, for real, y'all done just held us back. That's the first thing. But it was just the fact that at that moment, he was going to sink or swim to go help his fellow person. And that's amazing because really, for real, back when they did that boycott, they had that same mindset. You know, oh, we keep going in the back of this bus. Oh, y'all want to arrest people for getting in the back of this bus? Okay, this is what we're going to do. And so the same thing when that brawl happened, that was way deeper than just a big fight. It was way deeper than just, I mean, like for real, and this is just my opinion, but after going to the Legacy Museum and hearing the history, I'm like, whoa, our ancestors jumped into their bodies and was like, enough is enough. Here was this black man doing his job. It wasn't just a random black man, which you shouldn't jump a random black man. But here it was, a random black man doing his job, and these people felt like he should not have said anything to him when he was doing his job. And when you go down there, you notice there's signs down there saying like, don't park your boat between here and here. So really, for real, like they knew better. They just felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do, But the truth is that what happened to him happens all the time. It was just the fact that it was captured. And with it being captured, it showed that we really don't mess with people for real. Like truth be told, black people really don't mess with people for real. Yeah, you have the people that rob and they do this, but that's in every nationality. But truth be told, a black person will run and help you, And so on that day when that brawl happened and they jumped on that black man, first off, that was hard to see because anything could have happened to him. But what I love is at that moment and that spot where so much history has come, like the slaves was being brought in right there. They were being mistreated there. That was like one of the main hubs of slavery. So at that moment, it's like the people in like black people everywhere, we go through something, but the black people in Montgomery, and if I've said Birmingham, I'm so sorry, which is Birmingham too, but if I've said Birmingham, I'm sorry because right now I'm speaking on Montgomery. I did go to both. But those black people in Montgomery, they've gone through some real stuff. And some of them, their family did not leave town. So some of them are like, really still there, really still see to where they can tell stories like, oh, that's where my great-grandfather, my grandfather did this. He went through this here at that spot. And then even with just having that Legacy Museum, which was at like a cotton factory or something, like even with having that museum there, like that reminds you of your history. Like when that man was hitting that lady on the head with the chair and he was like, he thought of Rosa. Yeah, I see why he thought of Rosa, because that stuff lives strong in that town. Across the street from the Legacy Museum, you see Claudette Colvin. I think her name is Claudette Colvin, which was a 16-year-old girl who didn't give up her seat on the bus. But then they have the picture of Rosa on the display board, across the street from the Legacy, because they have an area where you can go and sit and reflect afterwards. So it's like they not only live the history that we hear about, but they see it all the time, but it was more than just a fight. Like black people have had enough, and really for real in Montgomery, they have been fighting all of this time to get past stuff that a lot of us don't even realize. Like I have experienced racism, but I haven't experienced racism a lot, just me being honest. I know some people that say they never have had racism. I'm sure they had. It was just probably done so discreetly they probably didn't realize that it was happening, because it happens all the time. But in Montgomery, that's like, it gives me chills, So when it came down to that brawl, that stuff that they deal with all the time. And in that moment when that happened, I feel like the ancestors came through and said, this is enough. Like, we got to come together. And that's what I really feel at the end of the day. We got to come together. Like, they went through the slave stuff. They went through the boycott stuff. They've been trying, like some people will be like, if that was me back then, I wouldn't da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. Well, first off, you don't know what it was like to be back then. But second of all, that does show proof that they were trying. What it is that when we see some step up, we all need to step up together. That's the whole moral of the story, period. Don't sit back and be like, what I would have done then when it's still going on now. So let's come together. We don't have to come together and go hitting people in the heads, you know, but like it's deep. That throwing the hat up in the air, like that's the call out. Something ain't right over there. Y'all mistreating my brother. Like, let's keep it going. We don't have to fight through this physically fist fight, but we need to fight. You know, so I have my videos. I have stuff that I just want you all to see. I hope it enlightens you all, but I really hope that, you know, you all continue to support this Legacy Museum. Continue to, like they said, busloads come on the weekend of people. And I was there on a Saturday, just so happened. And it was tour bus there at the Legacy Museum in Montgomery, Alabama. But, like, really for real, go learn your history. You know, a lot of people, and it's kind of dying off now, like, let's not let the Montgomery Brawl from August the 5th die off. Like, let's not do it. Let's stand together. Oh, your brother made you mad, but for whatever it is that your brother did, that you're out here and you're wanting to fight and shoot or, you know, do whatever to them, that same energy, like, real talk, we've been being done bad for a long time by other races. And the truth is that it's time for us to stand up and show who we really are. We are smarter than that, and we are allowing another race to dumb us down. Don't do it, period. You don't have to go in and acting a fool everywhere you go, but you do need to know how to step in and get your respect. Because if we can come together, then we won't have to worry about our black children getting killed before they turn 18. We won't have to worry about how will my child survive or how will I survive. You know, I am a life coach, and right now I'm in the feeling of each one teach one. If you have gone through and got a career that is successful and you have the ability to show just one person, it's enough of us to just show one person. Grab one younger person, and the person does not have to be a child. You know, grab a younger person in their 20s or 30s and teach them. And then that person in their 20s and 30s, you grab a teenager. And then that black teenager, you grab your little siblings or your little cousins and show them the right way. Show them what we were. Show them what we can get. Show them that we can swim. Because we can. I have a pool in my backyard right now. Don't get it twisted. I go to the beach and I go body surfing. Don't get it twisted. We can swim. But instead of us just going around feeling like we got to be like, or like talking like that. No. Learn how to read. Get it together so we can stand up and be who we are. It don't matter who sees us. We need to see ourselves. Go down to Montgomery. And for those of you all who seen the Montgomery Brawl and y'all just hyped up because it was a good fight, no, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And it's time for you to get in your history and really find out about how it's deeper than that. That was our ancestors coming to speak to us to say, we shall overcome, we have overcome, and we gonna succeed with overcometh. And I probably made up some words, but I don't care. The moral of the story is us black people, let's get it together, period. And let's stand with Montgomery. Have a good day. And thanks for watching Life with Rose. Before I end, I am going to put a little bit more footage of just us having fun and everything. But I just want y'all to see. And put it on your agendas. That's it. Put it on your agendas. You spend out money to go see these concerts and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with it. But you got $5. You got $5 to go to the Legacy Museum. Do it.
3.
Okay,
Hey!
so it's on. Like, all right. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.